Welcome to my Forsaken Ultimate Guide. We'll be covering all bases so you can jump into this map with the knowledge knowing exactly how to play it. From high round strategies to all perk locations, Juggernog on round 1, Pack-a-Punch side easter eggs, all perks and Wonderfizz location, and how to get the Wonderweapon. This won't contain how to complete the easter egg for Forsaken. That will be another video which you can find at the top right of your screen or linked in the description. There are timestamps for every part of this guide. If you're looking for something specific, feel free to use those. But with that out of the way and you dropping a like on the video, let's jump in. The journey begins in the staging area, which is the spawn room, but this is not like your typical zombie spawn room. What makes this different is that zombies will infinitely respawn in here, and the rounds will keep going up a lot faster than you expect. As you can see, we're already on round 2 before we could even realize what's happened. To leave the spawn room, you need to go up to this prompt here to activate a 30-second teleporter where you've got to survive for the meanwhile until that timer ticks down. Now you can stay in here for as long as you want or for as short a time as possible. But it's a great place to go a few rounds, build up some points before you even enter the main part of the map. Now you have quite a few things in this spawn room as well. You've got a buildable bench there for crafting. You've got an armor machine. You have the rampage inducer right here and depth perception in the spawn room as well. Once you're ready, just take the teleporter and you'll travel to checkpoint. As soon as you get here, you'll notice a Hower on the wall. And if you are a Hower user, you might want to buy that as it's a quick, cheap upgrade. We also notice straight off the bat is Juggernog as well. You don't need to turn on any power or anything. It's just there available for you to use, so definitely grab that. And once you've climbed up the bridge, just buy this door for 500. You can drop down, and now we're onto Main Street. Our next objective is to get to the observation tower, and this is a pretty awesome area. We've got another craftable bench there. We've got another arsenal. And right in the bottom here, we have Tombstone Soda. There are multiple doors in this area that can take you to the teleporter. There's this door right here. This door right here. This door right here. And where we drop down, if you turn left, there is this door right here, which will lead you to stamina. In my opinion, quick revive is probably one of the most important. So if we buy this, prone to get those 3 points and then get ourselves quick revive. We've got Juggernog and quick revive straight off the bat. So very, very quick and easy. The stairs here, we've got to buy this door and then we can use this teleporter to take us to the video store rooftop. This is the other side to the map, as where we just were in this is split up. Now at this point, we need to grab 3 parts in total to get to the observation tower. You can get these in any order, but we'll start with the cinema right here. Once we buy it, check this mannequin to see if he's holding a part. If he's not, make your way behind this concession stand and you might see a part there. And if not, check on this seat here, which it is, and that's the first part for Pack-a-Punch. The second part can be found in this video store. So if we go ahead and open this door, get your 3 points and then come into this room, it can be either here on this shelf, or up on this box right here. And then finally opening in the TV store, we're going to be looking for a part that could be up here by the window, which it is here. If it's not, check this little tray here. Then if not, check right here between these 2 TVs. Last and finally, we're going to be opening up Burger Town here, and we're looking for our final part. The first location can be right here under this American flag, which it is here. If it's not, it can be on the side of this cola machine right there. And if not, it will be right here in this glass container. With all 4 parts, make your way to the fuel processing where we're prompted here, and we can go ahead and rebuild this teleporter. With it built, we can travel to the bunker entrance and just follow where we're prompted on screen. Just follow the arrow. You can go ahead and buy this door here into the amplifier. Now, once we make our way to the end of this hallway to this teleporter, we're going to get an abomination that's going to spawn in, and we're going to have to take it out. And there it is in all its glory. Now, whilst this is going on, the round can't change. So you're more than welcome to take out any zombies that were previously chasing you, and you can focus your attention solely on the abomination. As you can see there, zombie dead. Round hasn't changed. Through the abomination, you're going to be wanting to look for any mouth that has a blue glow. You see that? That's when you know it's going to do a lot more damage shooting that area than any of its other faces. And when it takes significant damage, it will have this blue cloud around it. And you can just wait for it to come out of that, destroy it, and there we go. With that taken out, we can now go ahead to this teleporter, and we're finally in the observation tower. And this will take us to the Pack-a-Punch. So just go ahead and lift the lockdown by pressing this button here. Lockdown is over, power is on everywhere around the map, and we have access to Pack-a-Punch, which is right here for 5,000 points as per usual. We also have PhD inside of here, which is really interesting. And this is the only Pack-a-Punch where you don't get attacked by zombies whilst you're here, but you do get radiation damage after a little while, so you can't stay here for too long. Here is the trial machine, and we're actually going to activate a trial, as that way we can get ourselves some free perks, some free points, and also try and get the wonder weapon. A massive part to this map is when zombies drop items called arcade tokens. I've got one here. If you've got one, it will be on your heads-up display here. And an arcade token will give you access to some really awesome features of the map. Some very cool side Easter eggs. So the arcade is in any town west. And you have the option of 3 different games to play. You can play Enduro, you can play Eisendrache, or you can play what's easily the best, World at War, which is Nacht and Untoten. And just before I dive into these games, let me show you a really cool trick so you can get an arcade token guaranteed. So if you don't have one, you can buy one here for 10,000 points. Now that's a lot of money. So what do you do when you don't have 10,000 points? Just simply melee the machine and it will give you a free arcade token, but don't tell Treyarch, okay? So we'll start with the first mini game here, which is World at War. Now this is absolutely incredible because it puts you in Nacht and Untoten for a 2-minute 35 survival. Now you've got to survive and destroy 3 waves of zombies, but all you've got is an M1911 and your knife. You don't have any perks, you have nothing. As you can see, I've only got 3 clips of ammo. So the best way that I've found to do this is just like in classic zombies. For the very first set of zombies, you're going to want to just knife them, save all the ammo you can. And what is good is that this is also a one-shot headshot. So if you don't want to go about knifing and you're very accurate, you can manage to destroy these zombies with 1 headshot very easily. Once you've taken out the first wave, you will see a medium size, well, a small loot chest will have spawned. This will contain just a load of salvage. And now begins wave 2, where you're going to have slightly more aggressive zombies. And remember, you are on the clock here, so you can't take too long. Headshots are an absolute must. Completing wave 2 will give us a medium loot chest, which will give us a DMR, as well as some high-grade salvage. So we've got more ammo now to take out the zombies, but now we've only got 40 seconds, so we've really got to get a move on here. You only get given 20 bullets in this. You've got to make every shot count. And you need to do it within that time, of course. And since we completed it, we get a large loot chest, which contains some very high-grade salvage stockpile, as well as a full power and about 1,000 points. A very fun little mini game. You can see we're actually outside of the bounds of the main Forsaken map. I'll have a ton more salvage that I didn't have before, so I can start upgrading my weapons to a higher rarity even earlier. To pick up our arcade token, we can go ahead and do another one. Now this is Der Eisendrache, which isn't quite Der Eisendrache. It's more just this mission from Outbreak put onto the rooftop of the map that we're on. If you've played Outbreak, you should be very familiar with what this objective is. It's just simply killing zombies and filling up the soul canister that the dragon flies away. And once the canister's filled up, which you can see, progress on by just looking there, the dragon will fly away just like it does in Outbreak. And we've got another golden loot chest to open, which contains some armor. We've also got a legendary weapon, which is absolutely pog. Another full power. And a Molotov and some salvage. Not a great weapon, but a tier 5 weapon on round 10, you really can't complain about that. Now, can you get another free one? No, you might have to wait a little while. Now, the final arcade game you can play is Enduro. I seem to struggle a little bit with this, but I think the main aim is you need to get all of the essence canisters that are in this room using the ARC XD in the time slot that you're given. You only have 60 seconds in total to collect all of these points, and you can do all sorts of little tricks and jump boosts and stuff to get up to, you know, other places for those points if you want to quickly do that and avoid having to use the platforms. But if you don't complete this, which I have only got 2 more to get, oh, that's a joke. You do get a ton of free points for doing it, so you might as well. And most of the time on this map, you'll be playing on the ground floor of areas, so it's important to know how exactly you traverse back upwards, because the map can get a little confusing. So from any town west, we can go up to the rooftops by taking this staircase up here. And then we can take this teleporter back to Main Street, which is where we first came in from. Or we can open this door here, lead us towards Speed Cola, as well as another buildable bench, and leads us upstairs near Burger Town, where if you were down here playing and you wanted to get up, you can easily just take this grapple. From here, we can take this bridge over, and then we can use this zip line to get straight towards the Pack-a-Punch machine or the trial machine. If we take the opposite zip line, it will take us back down towards this section of the map, which is Main Street. We're on the rooftops here. Out on Main Street, there is a buildable bench right at the end here to build a Easter egg item. This won't be necessary if you're just generally playing the map. Now, the Wonder Weapon can be hard to get. You can get it from the box, you can get it from an Easter egg, or you can get it from trials from Legendary Reward, which we just got right here. So that is how you can get the Wonder Weapon guaranteed for at least one player in your game. Very, very simply. Now, the Wonder Weapon is the Chrysalax, and this comes in two modes. It comes in an axe mode and then a gun mode. In its axe mode, it is very, very strong, and it is absolutely going to be the weapon that you'll want to survive to high rounds on this map. If you swing it with right trigger, it does what you'd expect, a normal melee, but if you hold down the left trigger, it will throw a blade down, and it will continuously stay there for as long as you hold the trigger down for a certain amount of time. And any zombies that walk in this, they will automatically die, which is really awesome. And you can tell how many of those you have by looking at the color of the crystal that's floating to the left. So you can see one of them is lit up and the other one isn't. It means I've got one charge left. So if I throw down with left, you can now see it's going. It is absolutely incredible. But now both my crystals aren't lit up anymore, so I don't have that ability. If I call the blade back, and if I hold down left, it's just going to swipe like the right trigger. If you see these drops of volatile crystals, these are going to be drops for your weapon's alternate mode, which turns it into a pistol. So in order to do that, if you're playing on controller, you just press up on your D-pad. Not sure what the number or button is on PC, but whatever it would be for up on the D-pad, transform it into the Chrysalax Storm, which is now a pistol. And the ammo that dropped was ammo for the pistol version of this weapon. So ammo will drop for the alternate version of the weapon to what you're using currently. If I switch back, I still don't have those glowing crystals. So whilst I'm in this pistol mode, if I kill zombies, there's a chance that it could drop one of the two lit up crystal parts for me to be able to get that ability back. And what's fantastic about this pistol is it's incredibly strong. And when you shoot in a horde of zombies, there's a chance that one of the zombies will actually become encased in dark ether crystals and will explode, killing any other zombies in its path, which is really, really nice. Getting that max ammo, got my two abilities back. Now, of course, like any other Wonder Weapon, we can Pack-a-Punch it. Go up to the Pack-a-Punch, we can Pack-a-Punch it. I'm going to Pack-a-Punch it twice, and it just makes it way stronger on all accounts. And for high rounds, you're absolutely going to obviously Pack-a-Punch this 3 times. Now, this far into the game, you've probably gone ahead and bought a few perks from a load of perk machines that you found, but you're probably wondering, where is the Wonderfizz machine? This is very important stuff, so I'm going to tell you exactly where it is. To access it, you're going to need to go into the bunker, which you can use from that teleporter there, or by going to one of the teleporters by Pack-a-Punch. But in this hallway, this door will have opened now that you've lifted the lockdown. That wasn't there before. If you make your way, you'll be into this area called the boardroom. And right at the end of the boardroom, there's going to be the Wonderfizz machine. This is in what they call the office. Coming out the back of the office will lead you back up towards the Amplifier room, where our lovely friend spawned in from earlier. If you make your way through here, you'll be able to find another arsenal system right there. Then here is the particle accelerator. Then there's also another buildable bench for you. This guide's shown you most of the perks, but we're going to go and show you them in order of when you'll come across them, just to make it that much easier for you. And from the very beginning, we have Depth Perception here in the corner of spawn. Jug to the left once you spawn into checkpoint. From Main Street, if you take a left and open here, you'll find Stamina Up. If you head further down Main Street and take a right in here or in this door, you'll find Quick Revive. Tombstone Soda is chilling just at the end of this hallway. In the bottom floor of the video store, you'll find Mule Kick. If you open this door opposite Burger Town, you'll find Deadshot Daiquiri. Inside of Burger Town, you'll find Elemental Pop. From the video store rooftop, if you open this door and come down here, you'll find Speed Cola. And then finally, if you take a zip line up to the observation tower for Pack-a-Punch, PhD Slider machine will be waiting for you right there. And there are also a few traps that you can use. So there's this Hind trap, which you can use in a few places around the map, not just there. Just look for the helicopter prompt on your mini-map. It activates this Hind, which will just go ahead and shoot down any zombies in your way. Not the strongest thing in the world, but given those high rounds you need a little bit of help, then this can definitely come in handy. We'll get into the high round strats and what really you need to be doing in order to get yourself into those higher rounds. But all you're going to need is the Wonder Weapon upgraded. At the current state that this weapon is in, up until about round 45 to 50, this is an instant kill with the melee, and you can pretty much sit in any corner and just go crazy, and the weapon will just take care of everything. And depending on when you're watching, this weapon might have changed. It might not be as effective in this current manner being able to sit in a corner. Aside from projectile zombies like the Disciple over there, this is the easiest way to get to the mid 40s in any zombies game I think you'll ever see. Like, it is just incredibly easy. I'll show you, there are plenty of places where you can just sit and let this do its thing. Behind the counter here in Burger Town is a really nice little spot because they will just climb over and come straight forwards towards you. You've also got that window there that they can come from. The only thing you've got to worry about is the Abomination. If you are really worried, you can pop your Ring of Fire and just slice away. On this map, we do have a few new craftables which you can use to make your high rounds a bit fun. One of them being the ARCXD. It's pretty cool to use, and as you can see, it emits little blasts that just kill zombies in the meantime. But if you run it into zombies, it will just explode like that. Another great location to camp with the axe early rounds are Main Street here in this donut shop. Again, they just all pile in front of you. And what makes this so effective is that if you've got tier 5 melee, meleeing zombies will get back your armor and your health. Essentially a way to never ever lose your armor. Skip forward a little bit and we're now on round 34 and we're still here in the donut shop. It's still just as easy as it's always been, but after this we're going to transition to the new area. So for the high round strat, you want to come to the spawn room, which is the staging area. We've got a buildable bench right here, so we're going to go ahead and craft a death machine, and all we're going to do is just climb onto here. The zombies are going to climb up onto here and we're just going to swing away. This is pretty much one of the best spots on the map that you can be in here with this weapon for, because the zombies can only mantle up straight in front of you. And we've got the death machine just in case there are any elite zombies which are just making our life a misery from a distance. And oh look, here we go, the Abomination. To make our lives easier for the Abomination, all we do is we activate our Ring of Fire. And when he climbs up, we can just start meleeing him a little bit, or we can use the pistol version of our Wonderweapon, and he's taken out pretty easily, although he did knock us off a little bit. If at any point you need to go to Pack-a-Punch, we've got this teleporter which is now open, which will take you straight there. And you'll notice that we don't have our Ring of Fire anymore. The best way to do that is just to spray at the zombies like we're doing here, or even better, what you can do is throw down a piece of equipment like a Semtex, climb straight back up, and boom, you'll have your Ring of Fire back, and we can just keep this going. It really is as simple as that. Now, we'll be back once this becomes a 2-hit kill to show you what you can do to keep this axe going, even when it's a 2-hit melee kill on zombies. Okay, so now we've hit round 45, and now the axe is no longer a 1-hit. As you can see, it's a 2. So I'm going to be showing you basically how you go about this, so that you can still effectively use the axe like as if it's a 1-hit, even though it isn't. So keep going ahead and meleeing the zombies until it gets a little too hectic. As you can see, it's about to be here. So in this scenario, I will pop my Ring of Fire, and now this axe is now a 1-hit again. And there's a good chance that most of the zombies that run into the ring are going to immediately die, which is obviously fantastic. We've also got a Abomination, so we're going to go ahead and run the death machine. And as you can see, it just absolutely annihilates him. And now that he's gone, we obviously need our Ring of Fire back. So what I like to do is just throw down a decoy, then throw a Semtex, and the explosion from the zombies will bring my Ring of Fire back almost immediately. You might need to do 1 or 2 depending, and then we can just pop the ring again and we're back in business. And since we've got that buildable bench right in front of us, we can just go ahead and craft even more when we need to. So right here at the end of the round, I'll just go ahead, buy some more decoys, buy some more Semtex, and since I've got so much salvage, I'm not ever going to run out anytime soon. And that's all there is to it. Now here we are on round 56, and at this point the zombies are going to be at their strongest. No longer is this going to be a 1-hit. You are going to mix up the strategy a little bit. So keep meleeing like I am here until you're at the point where you're going to get in danger of not being able to fill up that Ring of Fire anymore, and then pop it and then just continue your meleeing. Now, the difference here between the previous rounds is that whilst you have your Ring of Fire, you're meleeing and going crazy, but once that has ran out, we're going to do a combination of Semtexing a whole group of zombies, but then also using the death machine in order to kill the zombies very quickly. It's extremely strong at being able to kill, you know, elite enemies and normal zombies, and will get your ring up a lot quicker. And also, it's just the quickest way to kill zombies, because if you're training around here, they're very, very fast. it gets very hectic and cramped, as you can see here. And you have so much salvage that you'll be able to buy another one very, very quickly. So at the end of rounds, I definitely advise you to buy a fresh new death machine. But don't be afraid to use it whilst you're trying to fill up your ring of fire, as well as just jumping off and throwing semtexes, because you are going to have to go through a phase of getting your ring of fire back about 3 to 4 times before you'll be able to complete the round fully. Now, if for whatever reason you do go down, the best way to recover is to take the teleporter to the left back to Pack-a-Punch and then take one of the zip lines down to Main Street, as that's where most of the main perks that you're going to need are. You've got Quick Revive, you've got Juggernog, you've got Stamina Up, Speed Cola, and also PhD in the Pack-a-Punch room. When you get to these sort of rounds, the zombies are going to be very fast, spawning rapidly in all areas to trap you. So you need to be rapid in your recovery. Only once you've gone to Main Street and you've gotten all those perks do I recommend going back to the bunker and trying to get your perks back from Wonderfizz. It's better to play it smart, and once you're back, you can buy another self-revive from the crafting table in front of you. But once you understand that, you can basically get to round 100 very, very quickly. And if you're getting into a really tight situation, that buildable bench is there for you to craft a chopper gunner if you really need it. You can throw out a decoy and get it, and that way you can just save yourself if you need to. But you should be all good as long as you're paying attention, you're getting off when you need to, using that death machine, using the decoys and semtexes to get your ring back, and just being prepared to get the death machine out if you need it to kill zombies, because that ring of fire will take a little while to recharge and you're going to need it a few times per round. That's going to round up everything for this ultimate guide. If you're looking for an Easter egg tutorial, like I mentioned at the start of the video, that will be a separate video which you can find linked in the description or on your screen now. And if you're looking for a video of all side Easter eggs, then you can also find that on your screen now or link below. Click on either of those videos and I'll see you there in just a moment.